Hey guys, so today I have my second unboxing from the cubicle.us, and yeah, this is just going to be one cube that I ordered, and I've heard nothing but good things about it, so yeah, let's just get started. I took the liberty of already kind of opening it so I wouldn't have such a problem. So I got some stickers for it, and I also got a replacement piece for my 7x7, because if you saw a few videos back, bad things happen in my 7x7. But then I ordered another one, so it's okay. And the Moyu Osu, or sorry, Aolong. That was embarrassing. And yeah, I was really excited to get this cube because I've heard so many good things about it. And another thing is, I've had the previous cube I owned is a Aolong, and interestingly enough, I've only really had two cubes since I've started cubing, like two different 3x3s. That was a Zanchi when I first started, when I averaged like 35, and then I had well, I kind of got a Fangshi. I didn't really use that for too often, and then I got my Aolong in like when it first came out. I can't remember, maybe like October-ish. So yeah, I've had it for a while. So I got the Aolong, and I guess you could say I had the Aolong for way longer than I thought. I thought about that for a minute. Anyway, so yeah, let's just get to opening this. So yeah, it's typical, and yeah, so feels really nice. Feels really fast right out of the box, and this is probably, yeah, this is really nice. And I feel like with lube, this could be really nice. I also don't like the stickers. They just make me feel weird, so I actually got Fangshi stickers. That's what the Cubicle recommended. Honestly, though, I feel like you could use Aolong stickers. I don't know. I don't really like the Fangshi stickers that much, mostly because this, if you look, the centerpiece is curved, and so even though the Aolong has really big holes, I just don't like the whole look of the curve. But you know, I guess I'll get used to that, you know, over time. So yeah, and yeah, it turns really nice. Now I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a backstory. So basically, when I first started cubing, actually, I started off with the Rubik's brand at my school. My school had a club, and I just saw people, you know, doing it, and I had made an attempt to learn it a few years back. My grandmother actually bought me a book on how to solve the Rubik's Cube by Dan Harris, and if you don't know who that is, that's actually a guy who used to be back in like I think 2006. You know, when averaging 15 or 16 was considered really fast. He was one of like the pretty well-known people, and he had one of the fastest competition singles. So I had a book by him, and I didn't really understand the notation too well. I wasn't really old enough. I was like 11 or 12, so it was kind of hard to understand. And so I just sort of gave it up for a while. This was back in like 6th grade. So I gave it up for a few years. And then when I got into high school, my freshman year, I saw people doing that, and I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. I might want to learn to do that sometime. And, you know, at the end of my freshman year, I found a book. It was You Can Do the Rubik's Cube, and you know, that just showed really a step-by-step visual process on how to solve it. And I learned how to solve it, and that was awesome. So that was September of my sophomore year, so roughly about a year and 7-8 months ago. So and what I started off with was I started off with the Rubik's brand, and then when I learned how to solve it, I averaged about a minute and a half. I switched to an Alpha 5, the older one. I don't think there's two versions. I'm not sure, but it was an Alpha 5, and you know, it's kind of nice. I got it lubed by my friend Keaton, and I did that until I averaged about 40 seconds. And then in January of that year, I switched to a Zanchi, and this is actually the only Zanchi that I own. I don't know why I didn't know more of these. You know, you can never have too many Zanchis. And, you know, honestly, I still pick up this cube because I actually don't mind it. It's nice. You know, there's nothing really wrong with this cube. It pops very rarely, but I do like this cube. I use it for multi-blind sometimes. I do like it. And then I switched to, where is it? Fangshi. Yep. And this is, I guess, what the cube is going to look like when I'm finished stickering it. These stickers haven't really been touched in a long time because I replaced them, I think, 2 months ago, and then I never touched the cube again. So this was the cube that I had in the summer of my sophomore year, so coming into my junior year. And this was actually the cube that I trained on So this was what got me from 20 to 15, and for any of you who don't know, that's a really really big adjustment. Like 30 to 20 is pretty nice, but anything 20 to 15, even 15 to 14 is nice. So this was basically my training cube. And so after that, I switched to my Aolong, and I thought that was going to be my forever cube. It was great. I started off averaging like 15, 16. Actually, no, I was probably like 15. Yeah, I was probably around 15 when I started out with this. And, now I'm around to low 11s. So, yeah. I guess it's time for a new cube, but, this is actually a really nice cube. I really do like it. It does have that sort of crunchy feel, and I do feel that it's really, really fast. So, and I have heard that the corner cutting is actually more than 45 degrees. Honestly, I might have to. I don't know. I was gonna disagree for a second there, but it does look. Yeah, 45. I mean, it's 45, and then reverse quarter cutting is fantastic. I've actually never seen a cube that's been able to do that so well, and so yeah, that's a nice cube. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting better at this. And if worse comes to worse, I don't like this cube, I will go back to my Aolong, but I definitely did need a new cube. And since I had heard nothing but good things about this, and so many people, including Felix, but I don't like to idolize cubers because it's not good to do that. So many people like this cube and have found it to be their better cube that I just decided to buy it. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this cube, and I'm gonna do some solves on it. So yeah. Uh, so yeah, that's basically it. I would say the only thing that I don't like about this cube is that it's like almost too fast, and I think that when executing algs and trying to do F2L, it's just you almost lose control, and I almost find that the pieces for my hands are kind of hard to grip. I'm not sure if they're smaller or anything, but they're hard to like grip, and that might just be because of the speed. But I definitely think lubing will slow it down. But overall, it's a good cube. I do like it. I do recommend it. And yeah, again, if I don't like it, I can always go back to my Aolong. So yeah, that's it. So thanks.